Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun, the man from Pasig City, from Life Coach Philippines, and this is Coaching for Inspired Fidelity. And this coaching conversation are for people who wants to walk an inspired fidelity. If you're a man out there, giving a shout out to all of you who's watching and joining me this afternoon. And my mission is to be able to help men, empower men to be mentally fit so that they can stay inspired to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me live today, and please leave your digital footprint by letting us know where you are presently located as of this moment. Please do tag your friends, circulate this video, and let us help more people in the individual space, in the digital space who might be in need of what I'll be sharing with you this session. You may also give some shout out or greet people in there. Just give them some inspiring message. It's Thursday afternoon here in the Philippines. And if you're watching this on a replay, comment in there hashtag replay. I am streaming by FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you are new to the platform, please like and follow and subscribe to the channel so that you can get real-time updates of our shows and when we have postings. If this is the first time you're meeting me, I am a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach, and I'm also a certified mental health coach. Coaching is really empowering people to do the things that they love and loving the things that they do. And that is what life coaching is. What we do is help you move from point A to point B faster than where you are. In my professional life, I'm a BPO executive. I've worked in the call center industry, and currently I'm supporting a company, a Fortune 500 company offering global services and consultancy work. Currently, I'm supporting one of their call center operation to help them out, and I focus in the area of workforce management. And workforce management is an art and science of putting the right people at the right place and at the right time, doing the right things. And my tenure in the BPO industry has been more than 14 years now. I've been blessed to be in a space where I'm able to lead people in there. So most of the things that I've learned and I'm teaching with you are the things that I've learned in the workplace as well. And also I've learned in my lifetime and my personal life. And that is something that I'm teaching you so that you can utilize that in your day-to-day activities, day-to-day engagement, and also the things that you want to do and love to do in your life. In my personal life, I'm a family man. I've been married for 19 years. I've been a father for 20 years already. We've been blessed to have two uh, creative children. That's how I call them because they're really creatives. They have this certain skill that I didn't. We're trying to figure out who was the specific person, or is it the dad or the mom that is creative, but it's really both of us that they're able to get that talent in there. My eldest is a animator. He does some of the work that she has. So if you want to check her out, just let me know. Well, if you need to do some commissions and drawing, a 3D animation, an animation of a character that you want. My son is on his way to becoming an influencer in the automotive industry, which I'm super super excited. We're helping him out, gain a deeper understanding of what is it that he wants to do. One of the things that we changed when we got certified, and Coach Tin, if you know her, that's my spouse. We've been married for the last 19 years, and when we got certified back 4 years ago, back in May, we've realized how important it is for us as parents to change the way that we're approaching our children, to change the way that we're parenting our children, to have this partnership between the husband and the wife to ensure that the children are doing the things that they love and loving the things that they do, and also having the courage and the confidence to do it. Because at times, our children would have this self-limiting beliefs of how they see themselves and how they feel about themselves, and the critical role of parenting allows them to continue on and really investing on the needed, the time that they have. They would invest on learnings, they would invest in conversations, they would invest in creating relationship that allows them to thrive in the things that we do. And I'm super blessed to be in a family of creators and game changers, and that is something that we're helping other families as well. If you're someone who's currently struggling a bit on how you would want your children, or your children is not you feel that your children is not doing or moving or taking action, let's have a conversation. Let me help me out. Let me help you out in that journey. All right. So before I begin, I would just like to acknowledge the presence of course, Coach Marife, Coach Glacy. Thank you very much. And Coach Nords, yan. Coach Nords. Maraming salamat. Today, I'm going to talk about emotional suppression. And this is something that if you if you are a spouse, if you are a husband, if you are a man, yan, you are a woman, and you met someone, or maybe you know someone, you don't really have to go too far. Just focus on your father, your dad for a moment as we talk about emotional suppression. And this is something that I've learned along the way and I understood that I thought that men are not emotional or doesn't have emotion. So I think, but we have emotion. It's something that we have, and it's been a wonderful journey of understanding and unraveling and unpacking all of these different things to have a deeper understanding of how men think. And that is something that I'm teaching you, I'm helping you out so that you understand. As I've said, if you are a father, if you are a man out there watching, you would understand why is it that you feel that way? Why is it that the way that you respond with your emotions is that way? Why is it that sometimes when things are emotional already, you tend to wall up, you tend not to do anything, and sometimes people would call you insensitive. These are the things that's happening in our life right now. And for the woman out there to have a deeper understanding as well of why is it that men respond in this way. All right. So emotional suppression is hiding our feelings, whether it's negative or positive. So that is what emotional suppression is all about. In mental health, emotion regulation plays a crucial role in what emotional suppression means. Um, when I was growing up, and I had a realization about this when I became certified as a life coach. Because one of the things that I don't like to do is to celebrate my birthday. I would rather avoid that at all costs, not because, and I was not able to articulate this or label this kind of emotion, but during those times I would rather just not celebrate it in with just my family members and just a few people. But I don't like it when people are sending me message, sending me gifts and so on. I don't like that. And people think of that as negatively. They feel that it's negative about me, that I just don't like it. But as I grow along and I realize it's just that the emotion that's connected with that kind of experience is not good for me. Now, people would think that, hey, people are greeting you. People are appreciative that you're living. People are appreciative that you're still alive. People are appreciating that you have one more year of you doing the things that you're doing. But I tell you, it's not a good experience for me because I don't know how to regulate the emotions that I have. Now, for men, we are taught or instructed to suppress our emotions. Now, this is the reality of the gender, the men stereotypes, the man box. Been talking about the man box for a couple of years already. Now, the man box is what happens is men are less likely to show vulnerability, to show their emotions. And, importantly, they're not able to share their emotions towards their parents. They're not able to share their emotions towards their spouse, their partner, and even the children that they have and other people that are close to them. Now, suppressing our emotions can have a physical, psychological, and relational effects in our life, which causes men to have a greater risk of stress related cardiovascular problems in the long term. So you might be asking yourself, why is it that sometimes I feel that I'm physically drained? I feel that I have my pain in my head, in my back, in my shoulders. Sabi nga nila sa kasukasuhan, yan, lahat ng pain that you've experienced on your physical aspect, and it's manifesting because of this inability to express our emotions. And during times in which you are in peak in your career, then eventually one day you just felt tired. You just felt that you don't want to move, or you felt that this aching feeling in your brain or in your mind. Then that is where things are causing it. Sabi ni Coach Nord, nakaka-relate si Coach Nord yan. Now, for men who have trouble regulating emotions, like me specifically, and again, maybe you know someone, there's a link between restricted emotions and aggressive behavior. So there's a link between there. When a man is restricting their emotions, eventually, when they're no longer able to suppress their emotions, I tell you what happens is there's is an aggressive behavior. Now you would see in there, maybe you've seen in the recent news, that guy is very, very nice, and eventually one moment the guy did something not very good to the woman. This is because of that emotional suppression. It's all suppressed, and eventually it got, towards an extreme situation. And I'm not saying that, what that guy did is good. No, no, whatever happens, if a person is hurting someone, that's not good. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is for us to understand what's happening to the person, so why the person is responding in that way, so that we can support the person to be better. Now, every humans are wired to have emotions. We all have it. I have it. You have it. Politicians have it. Your kids have it. Every one of us. We all have it. And when we don't have the needed skills for us to regulate these emotions, which is gained through practice, which is gained through conversation, which is gained through processing, you and me are likely to suppress our emotions. And eventually, we come into a space in which we burst out, you know, and can be detrimental to the men out there and also to the people surrounding him. Now, not being able to understand our emotions can limit our ability to experience a wide range of, emotions, because growing up, what happens when growing up? We are not, for men out there, no, hear me out. If you can connect with me, put that in the comment. When we were growing up, we are not given the permission from our parents, from our caretakers, from our teachers to express our emotions so that we can label it. You know, psychology psychologists found that children who are unable to express their emotions because they are being denied of being vulnerable are likely to engage in health risk behaviors. Yeah, and behaviors that would impact their health, uh, such as substance abuse. So you would see, why do men, turn into, instead of them having a conversation with a medical professional, having a conversation with someone who understands how the brain works, or how a human being works, they would rather find different ways or avenues that are risky behaviors to cope with the situation. And these are the things that's happening when men are not able to express themselves. It can also cause greater depressive symptom that would result in physical violence. That was I talking about. You would wonder why a super, super nice guy eventually goes into violence, is because of this inability to express. And based on the research from Harvard Medical School, it shows that boys are in fact more emotionally expressive than girls. This is based on research. Boys are more expressive, emotionally expressive than than girls. But what's happening in there? As I said a while ago, because of the lack of empowerment to the children, or the provision, or telling the children that it's okay to be vulnerable, they're denying of that emotion. They are not able to express themselves, and they're able to put themselves in a box that, hey, as a man, as growing up, I need to be this, I need to be this, I need to be this, I need to avoid this. All of those boxes eventually put in another big box, which we're not able to open up, because no one has given us a permission to share our emotions. When I remember a time in which my son was growing up, so my son right now is 16 years old. And one of the things that I've observed when he was young, and my wife, Coach Tim, would share this, is he was a super, super sweet boy. Yeah, he would be able to, hug Coach Tin, always be near her, what have you. But as he grown up, eventually my son started to disconnect. And that is because when I was reflecting on it, and I feel bad, by the way, don't get me wrong, for the fathers out there and the moms, please don't do this. I've learned a hard way of us not parenting our children. But I realized that when they were growing up, I would tell my son not to cry, not to be emotional, because I didn't know any better. My dad and my lolo and whoever are my relatives would teach me the same way. And the same goes with the environment that I have before when I was growing up in elementary, going to grade school. That is the same experience that I have. And I have this stereotype of what men needs to be. So as I grew up, because of what I've said and what we've told him when he was growing up, he was able to imbibe this. He was able to put that mindset in there, which limits him from expressing his emotion. So we're not able to put a label in that emotions. And then because of that, he was emotionally disconnected. Now the research in Harvard Medical School highlighted that a boy's way of expressing begins as early as infancy and lasts through early childhood. So that was I was talking to you about that. It's crucial that when a child is born, we need to start helping them understand all of these different emotions, these different emotions, and they can start labeling it, because the childhood experiences that they have is something which is the way that is how they're responding today. Whatever they experience when growing up, whatever they've learned in there, that is because of the childhood experiences, and it relates to whatever parenting style we're doing. And the reality is, in every conversation that we have, even when growing up, at times, we can be irritated. And the reality is, we cannot always be happy. That is the reality. There's a broad of emotions that we experience, from sadness, from frustration, from anxiety, and we all experience this growing up. It's important for us to cultivate positive emotions as a path towards our well-being, because the more that we're able to understand the positive and the negative emotions, people would label it as a positive, negative emotion. I feel that emotions are neither positive or neither negative. Emotions are there as a indicator that something is wrong, or you need to do something, or you need to make a change. And being able for you to manage and verbalize and express these emotions in a productive and positive way makes you more resilient in stressful situations, because you're now able to remind yourself to be grateful, to be in a space of gratitude, that these emotions, even though it's so heavy with us, we know that is a reminder that, hey, we need to back down a little bit, have a deeper understanding of what's happening, so that we can decide in ways that teaches us and teaches our children, if you have children already, or even other people in your space when they're young, on how to respond. Now, instead of hiding both negative and positive emotions, what we need to do is to start appreciating the diversity of it. Different kind of emotions. And I have this um, uh, tracker of how the emotions look like, and this is how it looks like. So at least I would be able to identify what our emotion is, and I would start labeling it. I would starting putting language in what I feel. So it's an anger, it's annoyance, rage, loathing, disgust, and boredom. And if you want a copy of this, just let me know. Message me here, or message us here in Life Coach Philippines. We'd be happy to help you out in there. So there's a lot of diverse emotions that we have, and in currently or recently, there's a research happening called emodiversity, and emodiversity, which people who experience diversity in both emotions have fewer symptoms of depression and fewer hospital visits. And I'll share to you as the weeks go along. I'll share to you how emodiversity is and how it can help you and help every individual and even your children manage your emotions. Now, remember that our emotions serve as guideposts. It's a guidepost. Think about the guidepost that you have, all of the things in there that you need to monitor. It's a map of human experience that we draw attention when things are not working or even working for us. And our environment are constantly changing. The environment right now, like during this pandemic has changed the way we do our parenting, we do our work, we do everything in our life. And this is something that we cannot control. But unfortunately, the way that we able to respond to people and the surroundings that we have is dependent towards how we're acting to it. So we have control over our response. What we don't have control over is the environment. So the environment will change, but you, for that matter, you can make the necessary change intentionally. So this prompts us for being observant and mindful about the warning signs when things are not going well. We are coming to a space of the need to notice the change, process it, and understand it. Ayan. You need to notice the change, process it, and understand it, because the way that you understand it, the more that you understand it, the more that you're able to take action, right? So what I'm going to share to you is 3 tips to gain better control of your emotions, because at times this emotional suppression, I tell you, for the men out there, it can be detrimental to you. It is detrimental to you. Think about a moment in which you're having some quarrels with your spouse, with your children, with your parents, and instead of you sharing it, you switch towards a full-blown anger and rage mode. Yeah. Avoid that at all costs. Don't go into there in which you would respond in ways that are, not good for your family members, and especially not good for you. 3 tips that you can do. The first one, as I've shared, is to label your emotions. Label them. One of the biggest challenges of men out there is our inability to label our emotions. Putting what word is it out there. I've shared to you a while ago. What experience do you have? Is it a surprise? Is it sadness, grief, terror, fear? What is this? A put a label into that. If it's not still accurate, that's fine. Like, I have some emotions that I just put what I know of, what I can acknowledge for now, then utilize that. Because, if we're not able to label that properly, and we're not able to respond in ways that are assertive, what the way that we respond commonly is either we're aggressive or passive. Either we'll do something about it, we'll go into war mode, or we're just passive about it and will not do anything. So start labeling those emotions, write them down, make an inventory of it, and during the situations that it's not you're feeling all of the certain emotions, keep tracking that until you find its meaning. Number 2 is reframe your thoughts. Stop ruminating. I talked about ruminating last week or last 2 weeks, and this involves thinking about things on a negative way. Because when you're constantly thinking negatively, and it's repetitive, it affects the way that you're responding. Since we all have filters, you and me, everyone has filters about how we see the world. We must be able to start reframing our thoughts about the situation and the problem, so what that we can respond in a constructive way. Number 3 tip is to engage with someone who can help you make sense of your emotions. One of the things that I've learned now, for men out there, I tell you, seeking help is the most courageous act that we can do. To raise our hands to say, hey, I need help. I need help with my emotions. I need help with understanding all of these things, because I cannot process it anymore. And sometimes my brain is about to explode. Seek help and support by seeking out a friend, maybe, or someone you trust, or a professional, maybe, or have a life coach. Hire a life coach, for that matter, to support you, so that you can understand and you can see your blind spot, and you can take actions intentionally on how to move forward. Because this one, we cannot do this alone. We have our blind spot. We have things that we don't see. When we were growing up, and in the corporate world as well, people would tell us that, hey, this is the type of behavior that we have. Those are blind spots that we have. And the more that we're able to understand our blind spot, the better it is for us to respond in ways that are, again, constructive in nature, so that other people understand you and you also understand yourself. Remember that emotions open up our connection to our soul. I just learned this recently from Master Coach A, and I realized how important compassion is with others, because you're able to hear and understand what the other people is feeling and thinking. And the same goes with you. The more that you're able to develop your emotions, the more that you're able to understand your emotions, the more that you're able to have clarity of what that emotion is, it connects you to other people. It connects you to what this world is all about, because we tend to find and journey and finding meaning and fulfillment in the life that they live, because we're not able to connect with others. I mean, we're able to see the results that we have. You're able to gain money, you're able to give money, put food in the table, buy all of these things, and so on and so forth. But that emotional connection is the one that's lacking for men. And I tell you, for all of the fathers, guys out there, if you want to start living a more fulfilled and meaningful life, it starts with really welcoming, telling your emotions that, hey, you're welcome in my life. I want to make friends with you more. I want to understand you more. I want to have a deeper understanding of what you do for me, so that you can start connecting this and taking care of your soul. Because we all have that. You have a soul, I have a soul, And when I realized and I understood this, and this is because of I continuously invest. I've been investing in myself in life coaching for the last 4 years. It allowed me to bring back the confidence that, hey, this battle is worth fighting for. This battle is worth fighting for, and let's fight for it. Let's fight for the men out there to start expressing, to start verbalizing, so that they can really start enjoying and staying inspired of the life that they're living. The bond, it's having an understanding of your emotions, being connected with it as human beings. You create a bond and you acknowledge that there will be some good days, there will be some bad days, but you're able to seek and understand how all of this are creating meaning in the life that you have. So I hope you're able to gain some wisdom and some nuggets in this session. If you were able to connect with any of the points that I've shared, please just drop us a message. Let's have a conversation. Coach Nard just share valuable insights in there. Yeah, we still have blind spot. That is true. And yeah, Coach Candy, thank you, Coach Candy. The battle is worth fighting for. And it really is. Okay. If you need help and support for the men out there, message us here at Life Coach Philippines. We'd be happy to help you, or connect with Coach Rizal, or connect with me at 0917-569-4200. Let's help you learn and manage your emotion. All right. As I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. If you are yet to be a smart holder of the Be Learning e-cards and you're still missing on the perks that I am enjoying, that we are all enjoying, today is the best time for you to take action. Please connect with Coach Giselle through 0917-586-1661 to join the Be Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the Be Learning Home for mental fitness, and enjoy 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Coffee Republic. You also get a full access to the Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A, happening every fourth Saturday of the month, plus the benefit of a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So save the date. It's going to be on March 26th. That's going to be this coming Saturday, as we learn the fit to grow developmental growth mental model. Did you know that development is highly counterintuitive until you learn what it is, and then it becomes really intuitive? Developmental mental model unlocks the transformation and reinvention in individuals, and it's about understanding these models that will help you achieve things in a highly leveraged way as you learn to level up in how you do things. Save the date, as I've said, 26. That's going to be this coming Saturday at 7:30 p.m. For our next mental model masterclass by Master Coach A, will teach us the developmental growth mental model. For more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Giselle through 0917-586-1661. Also, for individuals who intend of becoming, or to embark on the journey of becoming a certified life coach, Master Coach A is now offering the Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a CPD accredited course with 40 CPD units. CPD is all about learning new things and refreshing your knowledge by doing new things. And this is what makes the CACC Life Coach Certification Program the perfect track for continuing professional development. And life coaching is a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains and thereby increasing your relevance in the increasingly complex workplace. CACC includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. It also comes with bonuses that you see in the screen in there. Oh yeah, no, bonus is a time freedom challenge. You also get a one month free membership with Coach A Coaching Upskill Blueprint Circle, where you get over 200 toolkits plus learning videos in there that I tell you, you will just empower you. So connect with Coach yourself, 0917-586-1661 to discover opportunities waiting for you in this profession. All right. Thank you very much. Do join us again for another coaching conversations tomorrow with coaching for Uncaged Life with Coach Glacy at 10 a.m. and coaching for single living with Coach Mao at 2 p.m. Then coaching for fitness and mental fitness with Coach Candy at 4 p.m. Yan, si Coach Candy, nakita niyo dyan. Join me back again next Thursday at 4 p.m. for for a new episode of Coaching for Inspired Fidelity. If you have any questions, again, feel free to message us here at Life Coach Philippines, and we would be happy to help you. Once again, this is Life Coach Shaun Joya from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us from the Philippines. Maraming salamat. Boom. Thank you, everyone. See you again soon. Bye-bye.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.